How many of you have gone nights where you couldn't sleep? How did you feel the next day? Did you know that if you sleep an average of 8 hours every night, it would end up being 25 years in your lifetime? Sleeping very little at night or not at all can affect a person's brain and how it functions. It can also affect a person's body. I'm going to tell you how and why you may feel different after not getting enough sleep. There are 5 main stages of sleep. Going through or not going through these stages can cause positive and negative effects on the human brain. There are 5 main stages of sleep. The first stage only lasts between 5 and 10 minutes. If a person is awoken during this stage, they might not know that they fell asleep. The second stage lasts for about 20 minutes. The brain begins to produce bursts of rapid rhythmic brainwave activity. The person's body temperature decreases and heart rate falls. During stage 3, deep, slow brain waves begin to emerge. This stage is a transitional period between light sleep and a deep sleep. Stage 4 is a deep sleep that lasts for about 30 minutes. This stage is when people are affected by their parasomnias. This includes sleepwalking, night terrors, teeth grinding, and bedwetting. Stage 5 can last for up to an hour at a time. This stage is called the REM, or rapid eye movement sleep. It is characterized by eye movement, increased respiration rate, and increased brain activity. Active muscles become relaxed. Dreaming occurs at this stage because of increased brain activity, but voluntary muscles become paralyzed. However, sleep does not progress through these stages in sequence. Stage 3 and 2 are repeated after 4, but before stage 5, and returns to stage 2 after stage 5. Sleep cycles through these stages 4 or 5 times throughout a night. There are many negative effects of sleep deprivation. The temporal lobe of the brain, which mainly deals with language processing, is not as active when you are sleep deprived. This decreases your ability to intake information. Also, your motor abilities and response times are affected. Your motor abilities show the same performance as a person with a BAC of 0.05%, and your response time is 50% slower than a person with a BAC of 0.05%. The National Academy of Science found those who are sleep deprived had higher levels of stress hormone. These results suggest that elevated stress hormone levels also cause a reduction in cell production in the adult brain. Another negative effect for some people is to become hungry and eat more. This is because the body does not produce the proper levels of melatonin and glucose. This means that a sleep-deprived body is more likely to develop stage 2 diabetes later in life. Although there are negative effects, there are also positive effects of sleep deprivation. UCSD School of Medicine found that subjects deprived of sleep showed an increase in activity in their prefrontal cortex while performing verbal tasks. They said that this is due to other parts of the brain that were not functioning properly, compensating by using other unused parts of the brain. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for the executive functions such as meditating conflicting thoughts, making choices between right and wrong, predicting future events, and suppressing emotional and sexual urges. Another positive result is the large effect on depression. Studies suggest that it can decrease depression rates by up to 60%. The parietal lobe is also activated during sleep deprivation. This is the part of the brain that receives the sensory details from the body. It is also partially responsible for remembering numbers and their relationships. Now you know the 5 different stages of sleep and what a body goes through during these stages. I've also explained some of the negative and positive effects of sleep deprivation. Even though sleep is mostly helpful, there are some positive effects from not getting enough sleep. So the next time you feel as though you didn't get enough sleep, keep in mind the average person sleeps 25 years in a lifetime.